Welcome back, boys. This is the fourth podcast now. But before we get into this, I just wanna, I wanna appreciate the people that actually like mentioned something about the last episode. Like the audio was a little messed up, and we appreciate it because we like that criticism. We don't take it like personal, and we're trying to improve. And we're gonna make sure that the audio is better on this one.
Yeah, we just want to make sure that every episode tries to come out the best we can make it, the way the best we can edit it as well. So we appreciate the type of criticism you guys give us.
Yeah.
Nothing personal, not in a bad
Yeah.
way nor in a good way. It's just in a way for us that we see that we're trying to
So we can all
we
like
could better ourselves.
Yeah.
We could better ourselves as we go. So we appreciate
Yeah, we
that, and then we
appreciate
also appreciate you guys watching the videos. Just subscribe, and comment on any topics you guys want us to just talk about. But yeah, we're gonna get into this episode. So have you been watching the World Cup lately, bro?
Well, to be honest, I don't like watch soccer because I'm not like a big fan. But I have just been keeping up with the teams that have been getting like eliminated and shit like
Yeah.
that.
Because I know we mentioned this on the last episode,
Yeah.
and I kind of wanted to just follow up from that because I felt like I had more to express about it and more to talk about it.
Yeah.
So the World Cup, dude, every 4 years, we have to wait for it and stuff like that. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure you know about that. But wow, dude, fuck, man. I didn't expect Argentina to make it this far, to be honest.
No.
I did not expect that. and it's fucking great for them to be up there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. But France is that powerful team, dude. Powerful
yeah.
team. Obviously, I rooted for Mexico. I rooted for
Yeah.
Mex.
You gotta root for your home country.
Yeah, for sure. I rooted for Mex. I also rooted for Portugal. So those were my two top teams that I rooted for. Why? Because I'm a CR7 fan. Fuck it. The hate, this and this and that.
He's dope.
Messi's better. Ronaldo's better. Fuck, I don't care. All I know is that both of them are hands down going to be one of the greatest players to ever share the pitch together, for sure.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, as a CR7 fan, I do respect Lionel Messi. Hands down, going to be one of the greatest players to ever play soccer and share the pitch with Ronaldo.
Yeah.
They're like this, So they're like this.
Yeah, like they're at a level where like people like try to compare them, but like at that level, like you gotta just appreciate that they're both like freaking goats,
Yeah, and then at one point, growing up, I've always thought like Ronaldo was better and this and this and that, and then sometimes now I still think that, well, Ronaldo's still better, but I accepted the fact that, Messi's just like top tier with him,
Yeah.
like Messi's just there with him, and they're both at a level where we're not gonna see another Messi and another Ronaldo.
Oh hell no, that shit like
We're not gonna see that shit again, to be honest, and it's sad, bro. Like an era,
that's an era just passing by.
we've come to an end of an era where we're not
Yeah.
gonna see players like that anymore.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, Kylian Mbappe, Erling Haaland, players like that, they're on the come up and hopefully they can make their history. But I don't see them a comparison where Ronaldo's at and Messi was at too.
Yeah, like having the same impact they had. Nah,
Yeah.
like that's something that comes every like 100 years or something like that.
Yeah, I mean it's a fucking process, bro, to get to a level like that, and
Yeah.
know that it's funny because shout out to Brian the Line. He I kind of love how he messes around, and then you mess around with each other, and then you just talk smack about who's better in this and that. And it's funny because he just tells me how he looks at me, he sees me in the gym and he just fucking like he puts his hands together like praying, like saying, like pretty much saying it in a way of like me praying on Messi's downfall, like, oh, I hope Ronaldo, or I hope Messi doesn't win it, because then he's gonna be better than CR7. But at the end of the day, dude, like I hope Messi really does bring it home because he deserves it, bro.
Oh yeah, bro.
He deserves it. And as to go for France, like fuck, like I honestly I didn't choose a side, to be honest. France or Argentina.
Yeah.
They're both good teams, but I don't know. Would you see what happens,
Yeah, I mean, like for me, I don't even watch soccer, but I guess I'm just going for fucking Argentina just because fucking Messi, like
Yeah.
he's a goat, and like you like to see people win,
Oh yeah, exactly.
Because he's a good person, or he seems like a good person,
Yeah.
and he looks dope. And I mean, I don't watch soccer too much, so I can't put too much input on it.
No, yeah.
But yeah.
And for me growing up, playing soccer was my childhood sport that I first got introduced to. about my dad. I was just a little kid, you know. Obviously, I was just a little kid, obviously, and then I was like, "Fuck!" Well, I loved playing soccer, trying it out at first. I loved playing penalties. I loved playing PKs. I don't know why. I just love playing penalties. Just the fact how it's satisfying when goalies, you know, do good blocks and stuff like that. You know, and penalties are fucking.
Yeah.
A penalty is like a fucking free throw in basketball, pretty much.
Oh yeah.
Especially when it's under pressure.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're down 2-1 in a penalty. I gotta make this one to tie it up. You're down by 1 point, and I gotta hit this free throw to tie it up.
Oh yeah.
So it's fucking nerve wracking. It's nerve wracking, you know. And to me, I see it that way.
Nah, it
you
is
know?
like that. You know?
And it's nerve wracking. So I love penalties, you know. And ever since then, like I just got introduced to soccer. Hey, there's this team that they're doing, you know, and I got put on. So
yeah.
You know, growing up, dude, I loved playing soccer, and then soccer and baseball were like my two main sports. To be honest, they were my main sports, and I never lost a love for them, especially soccer. I never lost a love for soccer, you know. And you know, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of regret not playing in high school because in high school I played football 2 years and basketball 4 years. So I'm not gonna lie, I do regret not playing soccer at least 1 year or two.
Yeah.
I should have played 2 years, honestly. I feel like if I would have stuck to that shit, I would have fucking been. I would have been more dedicated. Like I can say, I would have been more like I would have felt more in love with it, you know. Because something about basketball, I'm not gonna lie, I loved playing it. I love playing it still, and I loved playing it in high school. But just something about it, I never got that spark, you know. Towards the end.
So with soccer, you feel like more.
I felt like I would have had that more spark because I would have had, you know, it's just something that would have made my dad and my cousins from my dad's side, you know, it would have made them think like, fuck, like, you know, this is his sport, you know, this is where he belongs. But at the end of the day, you know, my dad always said, you know, and people always around me, and you're gonna hear this too, you know.
Yeah.
And this goes for anybody as well, you know. You just gotta, whatever you do or you play, you know, as long as you love doing it, go for it.
Yeah.
And that's the type of advice I would give, and that I got, you know.
Yeah.
And one of my older cousins from my dad's side, he also told me that he thinks that in soccer, I would have kind of like, you know, went good along the way playing soccer, you know, even after high school.
Yeah.
And he says that I chose the most difficult sport in basketball. And I mean, you know, people say that, you know, in basketball you need height and this and this and that. To me it's hard over height. You know, and then even in soccer, they say that sometimes you need height, but I don't. Fuck no. Nah. Look at Messi. You know.
Yeah, like I mean, I guess having a height or like some type of physical advantage is good. You know.
No, yeah, it's good.
But like, it doesn't make or break it. You know, like if you don't have one thing, doesn't mean you can't succeed in it.
No, yeah, I mean, if you just obviously like you see these champions, you know, you see these professional players. If you work your ass off and you grind and then this and this and that, you know, like if you put in the work and effort and you grind and you're just gonna show a better example, and you're gonna show that, oh, you know, I'm 5'8", but I'm dominating this fucking 6'3" defender. Yeah. You know, but I don't know. It just depends. Other than that, I enjoyed this World Cup, to be honest. I've been enjoying it. Sadly, I couldn't watch. I wasn't able to watch all the games due to work. You know, the schedules were fucked because of Qatar, and no, you know, you can't blame it. Yeah. You know, you can't blame it, but I still kept up, you know, with social media, with radio, and yeah, so I understood it, but I mean, it was cool. Sunday predictions, since I said I didn't choose a side. I feel like if they goes to extra time and it goes to PKs, Argentina's gonna win. If it doesn't go into extra time, I think France is gonna win.
You think so?
And in extra time, I feel like Argentina could win. With the fucking equalizer, last minute goal. Anybody.
Whoever wins, that shit's gonna be emotional for both teams.
Fuck yeah. Like, I mean, Mbappe got a World Cup at 18. So 4 years ago, 2018. Crazy, you know? If he gets another one, that's history. He's making history already. That's
an accomplishment right there, dude.
Fuck yeah. Back to back, you know? That's back to back. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. And well, as of, you know, rooting for Mex and everything, I hope that Mexico fucking improves in 4 years.
When is the last time have they won the World? Because I don't keep up with this.
No. Well, honestly, it's been a minute. Yeah. I would say, and honestly, I'm not like, you know, it also kind of sucks because ever since I lost in touch with soccer and stopped watching it, I kind of lost in touch of more information about it, of players, of teams and stuff like that. Yeah. So I can't tell you the truth of how, You know, when was the last time, you know, Mex or like this other team or like, you know, Croatia? Or when was the last time France and Spain? I know the last time Spain won the World Cup was in 2010. That World Cup, that game was fucking sick when they played against, I believe, Netherlands. Correct me if I'm wrong. I remember watching that game because Spain, and then they had gone up against Netherlands, and then Robin. You know, that player, I forgot his first name, but, you know, Robin, if you know him, you know him. You know, it's a good player. But I remember that's the last time Spain won the World Cup that year. But Mex, I honestly do not know. And it's fine, you know, like I obviously don't know all my information, but you know, it's fine. I'd rather admit it than to fucking lie, you know.
It's fucking make up some stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I'm gonna still keep rooting for Mex, you know, no matter what.
No matter what, you gotta support.
You gotta support Mexico. You know, the Mexican blood, the power. Yeah. You know, the faith, and you just gotta support. So we'll see him 4 years later. 4 years later, let's see how Mexico turns out.
That's fucking crazy. 4 years. It's like every freaking time a president gets elected, like every 4 years, you know.
Yeah.
Every fucking president election and that.
Yeah. So you never know what's gonna happen, and hopefully they're freaking organized this time and have a Mexican fucking trainer and coach. Coach was Argentinian.
Oh yeah.
He was from Argentina.
What the fuck?
So I mean, if you know, you know. But you know,
a little paying off right there. Like
I don't know, bro. I think when fucking Messi scored against Mex, he rooted for him. So I mean, you don't do that. You don't do that shit, bro.
I mean, but maybe it's also because like if it's Argentinian, then I mean, obviously
you're gonna show love and respect. But if you're coaching a Mexican team and you're trying to beat a team like that,
it's a little weird.
Come on,
it kind of feels a little weird, but
yeah. As a player, I would have been like, oh hell no, bro.
That shit would have like just fucking scourged you probably, huh?
Yeah.
That shit probably fucked with their heads.
Oh yeah. So here, I'm gonna tell you this. And I know I mentioned that, I know I've talked about this to certain people, you know, and stuff like that, but I'm gonna tell you this, and I want to hear your opinion about this. So my dad, he was talking to me about this World Cup thing, and our higher hopes for a team to win this year's World Cup was Brazil. If as soon as I seen Brazil's lineup, I was like, shit. They got like 3 or 4 players that play in Madrid who are Brazilians, obviously. You know, they're fucking bad. Yeah. And the rest are just, you know, Neymar, PSG, you know, and players like that. Yeah. Dani Alves, Pumas, you know, I think Dani Alves, yeah. But anyways, I think so, yeah. but anyways, as soon as I seen that lineup, you know, I was like, fuck, they're stacked. Even their bench, like, fuck, you know. Yeah. So me and my dad agreed, you know, Brazil's gonna win it. They're gonna take it. They got upset by Croatia. Croatia's a good team, you know, this and this and that. Yeah. So long story short, my dad was talking to me about the World Cup and this and this that, and how he thinks that in Mex, you know, it's really unorganized. The organization is just fucked, you know. Don't know what's going on, don't know what's happening. It's all marketing. Nowadays he thinks it's all marketing, and he thinks it's marketing, and he tells me this. So he's talking to me about this and this and that, and he also mentions this to me, how he thinks it's marketing, and he tells me this. So if you ask me, hey dad, let's go to a game, or let's go to watch Mexico play, you know, here in the US or wherever, you know, let's go to a game. He says, honestly, I wouldn't want to go. No. But you know, for my dad and my dad's perspective, you know, he's telling me, you know, of course I would go with you, you know, because you know, obviously you're my son, you want to go, and that's fine, I'll go with you. But in the way I would feel deep down, like I wouldn't want to go. Why? Because, you know, he obviously thinks it's about it's all marketing. Nowadays people just go to fucking get drunk or start a riot or start fights, you know. People don't go to watch the game. My dad, you get me? Yeah. So I'm sorry if I came off a little bit of confusing, like, no, I get you know, at first. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm just trying to remember, like, not word for word, but I'm trying to remember what he was telling me, you know, because I want to make sense as well.
No, I get you.
So, you know, marketing, and he says that he would rather, he dead ass told me this, he would rather go out with me to go watch a movie, go eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, or, you know, go over to his house and, you know, hang out and have a good time. He'd rather do something like that than to go watch a game, because he thinks it's all marketing. He says that nowadays people just go to just cause a distraction, cause a fight, cause a riot, go get drunk, waste money. You're giving them millions, you're giving them thousands and thousands of dollars to just go to just go waste time and, you know, watch a team that's not even organized, watch a team that's just the same, that's not improving, to just lose and stuff like that, you know. So that's one of the reasons. But, you know, it's interesting how marketing nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, it's like pretty much at this point, well, it's been like this, but like if you're able to realize it, it's pretty much just like a big social event.
Yeah.
Where people are just going and just to go hang out and get drunk and shit. It's the same thing with the Super Bowl. So it's so much marketing where like how they also they play those ads and it's like the biggest time of the year for football, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody goes to it and it makes them millions, but it's just the same shit. Like it's like going to a regular game that's not the Super Bowl. It's the same thing. People go there just to drink, eat, and
drink, yeah, and obviously enjoy the time.
Yeah,
and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
obviously, if you want to go have an experience like that, that's totally fine. Because honestly, I would do something like that too.
Yeah.
If I had money saved up and had the money to go to the Super Bowl, I would.
Yeah. It's an experience.
I would. It's an experience. You know. And who cares what team it is? Whether it's your team that didn't make it. If I'm interested in going to Super Bowl for one lifetime experience, I'm gonna go, bro. We only live once, obviously.
Yeah.
So and that's one of the reasons, like marketing. So I respect the fact that he told me that, because it actually got me thinking, because I've thought about what he told me, and I've thought the exact same way before. I've thought like, oh, I just want to go to this game to just mess around and just talk shit, or like see people fucking fight and look dumb, this and this and that. But I'm reality. I'm not going to watch a team play. Yeah. So, it's kind of like you want to go watch a team that you're gonna enjoy watching play and try to win. You're not just gonna go to just see people cause a distraction and just ruin it.
It's like you're focusing on everything else besides the game.
Pretty much. So I mean, and there was just other things that he told me and they made sense, but I obviously don't know word for word. But it's just. Sorry for that, but no, it's just World Cup. World Cup. World Cup. It's been an interesting World Cup after 4 years, and now we have to wait another 4 years.
Yeah, that's fucking that's crazy, and it only comes every 4 years. So I mean, I get it why people make it a kind of a big deal, because it's only every 4 years. So like all the hype and all the marketing that goes behind it. I mean, it makes sense. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's just another game that just put on a pedestal, just because it comes every 4 years. Yeah. So
yeah. I mean, the World Cup is always interesting. You never know what's gonna happen. Plus, it's every 4 years. I wish it was at least every 2 years.
And I guess it makes it's more interesting than like the Super Bowl or something, just because it's the whole world competing in it.
Yeah. Well, obviously soccer's international.
Yeah. And it makes sense why it would be a bigger sport, because I mean, obviously in the Super Bowl you're not competing against other countries. You're just within the United States.
Yeah. And that's one of the things I thought about earlier too, and the other day was like, I wonder what's like the best sport, like all year round, like everything,
like the most popular sport.
Like the most popular sport.
Damn, I don't know. I wanna.
Cause honestly, I think baseball slept on.
You think so?
I think baseball's pretty slept on, bro. I fucking love playing baseball growing up too.
Are you saying the most popular sport as in like that brings in the most viewers, or just like the most money, or just like
well, nowadays money talks.
Yeah, that's
so in the sports industry, your money's gonna talk. But I'm saying like in viewers, like anything, like viewers, most played, like anything.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what brings in the most viewers. There's like, I mean, obviously, I don't know if the UFC is on the level yet of like the NFL. You think it's on the level already of those?
UFC?
Like, yeah, like because I know that fucking Dana White, he's obviously like he's been growing it like crazy recently,
no, yeah.
But I still don't know if it beats like NFL or anything. I'm not sure though. I don't know the numbers, so I can't.
I would say I don't think it. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know too much. Obviously, don't know too much about it. I love watching UFC too. Yeah. But I don't think it beats like a sport like soccer yet. Or like football or like stuff like that.
Soccer is like the ultimate sport. Just the main reason is because it's international. Yeah. You can't. Like, until those sports are like that, then I mean, you're not gonna get better than soccer.
No, yeah, and I feel like baseball should try to go more international. So obviously you're going to get players from like Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic and Cuban. You get players like that, and it's dope. It's all dope. You even get like Mexican players too.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like you should try to go more international. You're getting players from Japan as well, Korea, stuff like that, which is interesting. Yeah. But I feel like you should try to go more international.
Do you think it's because the countries don't support it as much, or because they...
Probably because they're not good at it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like the reason soccer is so popular in other countries because there's actually like people that are good at it,
Yeah, and then...
Or go ahead.
Go for it. No, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, no, yeah, because obviously, like, if your country doesn't have good freaking players in a certain sport, then like they wouldn't really promote it.
Yeah, they wouldn't really promote it because they don't know the sport obviously,
Yeah.
and they're not just gonna be good at it. So they rather just play their own sport and be good at what something they're good at. So yeah.
Yeah, but I was switching up the topic like hella random.
No, it's good.
Random, but it just because I was watching the podcast. I'm pretty sure you already know Logan Paul. You know Logan Paul, right?
Oh yeah, Logan Paul.
Logan Paul, little Logie. But I guess he posted a podcast recently, and some shit that he was saying like he's getting some hate for this because he's kind of a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite, and how he acted in this certain podcast, it just like a lot of people lost respect for him.
Mm-hmm.
But pretty much what happened was like okay, so he has his friend. I don't know if you watch it, but his name is George, and he's a Christian. He like his faith is like his
religion, like Christian.
Yeah, it's Christian. And I guess he was talking about it, and I guess George brought it up. He's like that Logan Paul, I guess, was saying that he was telling him that he needed therapy because he believed in Jesus, and then he got offended by it. And they kind of went on a little back and forth shit, but pretty much in that episode, like Logan Paul was kind of like just being just kind of bashing him for his religion. I don't know. It was weird because like he was kind of like bashing him for being
a Christian.
A Christian. And then like he was joking, like he's making it as a joke, But even like George in that episode, he said,
he realized it.
He realized it, and he's all like like I don't care what you believe in or like what other people believe in, and I'm never gonna bash them for their faith that they have, but you can joke around about other stuff, but whenever you talk about someone's religion, like it's not the right thing to do.
Yeah, there's a limit, bro.
And he was telling him that, and he was like joking, like, oh, like he was pretty much saying like, oh, like he didn't really care, he didn't really care about his religion, and he was calling him on hella shit, like oh, that his religion says that all gay people go to hell or shit like that,
Yeah, like pretty much talking bad, like down bad about his religion.
Yeah, and then he was like, you could tell he was a little offended by it because he was even telling him like, oh, like this is more of a talk that we should have off camera, and then Logan Paul was just going at him just for that, and fucking what the fuck did he say? But pretty much well, the reason he's a hypocrite for this reason. Because he would, if you remember this video, he was talking shit on Andrew Tate for supposedly talking about women,
Oh yeah.
He's like, oh, this type of person should never be platformed or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But he's going after somebody's religion, and he even said it. He's like not to be disrespectful or anything, but I know people that hate me so much that treat me better, like kind of saying that. There's other people that he knows that hate him more, like they actually hate him, that actually respect his religion more than he does. He told him straight up, But like in that episode, they make it as like a joke,
Yeah.
They make it like they're fucking around and shit, but it's kind of a hypocrite because he was bashing.
So do you think he kind of like just messed around about his religion like that, thinking that he would like go along with it and like not take it personal? Because I feel like people that take their religion personal shouldn't be like. You shouldn't disrespect them. Not saying that, not even just to foreground, like in general. You shouldn't disrespect no one's religion.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever they may believe in, let them be, bro.
Yeah,
like, let them believe in it, And obviously, I'm sorry to interrupt you again, but and obviously, well, I didn't watch the podcast. I didn't watch that video or anything, and I can't say like, oh, like Logan Paul's trash or like Jake Paul's trash. The brother. I can't say they're trash.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they're doing their thing. Just like everybody else in the world. Whatever they want to do. You gotta do it. And obviously, there's gonna be haters.
Yeah.
But like something like that, bro, coming from a person like that, it's not. It's really like not like it's not acceptable.
Yeah, because I mean, talking about people's religions and faiths, like that's like another level of just being like a little disrespectful,
Yeah.
Not even a little. That is disrespectful.
Yeah, it is.
And his friend, they're friends, like obviously they're not beefing it, but like they were talking like as if they're all camera. So I'm pretty sure there's something to talk about like off camera.
No, yeah.
But like it's just like the way he was saying, and he was making jokes like, oh, like because George said, oh, like some of the things that Andrew Tate said that he agrees with it, and then Logan Paul's like, he's all like, oh yeah, of course, because I guess in his religion they don't like gay people, and then he was saying that, oh, that he's a racist, homophobic.
Well, isn't Tate like the similar religion? Or no, he's
no,
Muslim, I believe.
yeah, he's Muslim, or yeah, I think he's Muslim,
Something like that,
or,
yeah.
or Quran or something,
Quran,
like
yeah, something like that.
something like that. But besides the point, he was saying that he kind of likes some shit that Andrew Tate says, and then Logan Paul's like, oh no, of course you do, because you're homophobic, racist. Like he was saying shit like that, like was like, what the fuck, like it's like he was kind of like going at him a little bit, and that shit was, it's kind of hypocrite, like he's a hypocrite, because he was talking shit on Andrew Tate. He think that he should never be platformed because he was supposedly talking about women, and I don't think he was really saying that much bad shit.
No, yeah.
He was saying that about him, and look at him going after someone's religion. Yeah,
that's kind of disrespectful.
It's kind of disrespectful, and then like a lot of people were like kind of like a lot of people noticed it, because that's all the comments were saying, like, oh, like in this episode, like Logan Paul, like you thought he matured, because I don't know if you remember, like back then he got kind of a little canceled because because I guess he went to the suicide forest. In Japan.
Over by Japan.
Yeah, and
there's a movie about that forest too.
Oh yeah, and he recorded a dead body a person that hung himself.
Yeah,
like committed suicide.
Yeah.
He recorded it and he posted it, and he got a fucking backlash for that shit.
Yeah, a lot of people fucking. That video had hella views too.
Yeah,
like millions of views, and people were like, "What the fuck?" Like, I guess people were just like not hating on it, but they were saying like, "Bro, come on."
And then at this point, like some people were like, "Oh, we kind of thought he matured at this point already," but like this episode, it kind of shows you like they make it kind of like joking, but at the same time, like I don't know if
it really isn't.
Like, do you think you could joke about religion like that? I don't think it's.
Nah, and honestly, you shouldn't.
You shouldn't, dude. Like,
and there's nothing like to say like, oh, like, man, like you swear like you support the religion, like, bro, like me myself, like I'm not a religious type of person, or like I'm just saying, like, obviously, like if you know what they believe in and what their religion is based on, or what type of religion they are. Like, you just let it be, bro.
Yeah, like that. Like he was telling him too. Like if someone believes in something, just let them believe it. Like,
yeah, and you gotta understand their perspective.
Yeah,
too,
you gotta understand.
Because sometimes they're gonna tell you some things about the religion, and then they're gonna describe it, and then they get into detail. You have to just kind of hear them out for a bit, dude. Because it's something that you don't really hear a lot in your lifetime, or like in time. Like you don't really hear it. So like if I'm very religious and I'm speaking to it about you, and you don't really know nothing, so like. I'm speaking to you about it. Obviously, you're not gonna understand at first, but it's always okay, and it's always good to just listen to someone.
Yeah,
you gotta listen. You gotta just understand, bro.
You gotta listen to other.
You gotta bear with them. Bro.
Yeah, like it's better just to listen and understand somebody instead of trying to trying to go against it.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to religion, like everybody has their own beliefs. Everybody has like their own. If they believe in religion, there's a bunch of religions, or if they don't believe in any religion. That's their choice, But doesn't mean you should like bash someone just for like if you're Christian, Muslim, freaking Catholic, whatever, And I don't know, like that shit, like if you watch it, like it doesn't seem too bad, but if you really pay attention, it kind of rubs you off like in the wrong way, because like I'm pretty sure it's a known thing, like it's an unspoken like rule. To not talk about someone's religion. Yeah. Like every person from everywhere, whether you're from Mexico, freaking Asia, whatever, they know like not to disrespect someone else's religion. Yeah. And the fact that he was fucking talking shit and saying shit like that and calling him out for that, and then he goes fucking talking about his own friend, and it's his own friend. Like he considers him a best friend. Fuck. So like I mean I don't know like what like I don't know, that's just weird.
Well, yeah, I mean obviously I don't know. Well, I know who Logan Paul is, but shit like that. But I don't know, like I don't know who his friends are, like his close friends. I know some of them, but I just don't really watch his podcast.
I watch him pretty regularly. I mean, his friend. I'm pretty sure. Have you seen the Bradley Martin podcast? I don't know if you've seen the one that with the guy that has a beard. And he cried in it.
Yeah, he cried in it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the guy George.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So now I know who it is. Yeah. Now I know who it is. Yeah, now I know this.
Yeah, and he was speaking, and you could tell he's like a Christian, and he believes in it, and I guess he talks about his love towards God and everything, Yeah. And you could tell he's like pretty passionate about his religion, and even with Bradley Martin, they were talking about it, and it gets deep, because I mean, because at some points, like people get depressed and shit, and he said like that whenever people weren't there, like even like him, Logan Paul, or his girlfriend, that the person that was there for him was God, and if he feels that connection towards him, I feel like you should respect it,
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And like once again, just you gotta respect it, and understand their perspective. Yeah. Because you don't know what type of reason that made them follow God or like made them talk to God,
Yeah, but that shit, like, it was just a little weird. I mean, but
Fell off, huh?
yeah,
I bet it fell off.
and a lot of people were saying shit about it. So like, I
Yeah.
don't know. I just feel like he's a hypocrite for fucking
Yeah.
for bashing people for certain things, and he literally went. The reason he was doing it because he was supposedly hating on people because Andrew Tate was supposedly hating on a group of people, which is women, right? But then he goes hating on another group, Christians.
Yeah.
So like and he was saying like, oh, he's a homophobic, racist.
That's not fair, bro.
Yeah, that shit like, bro, you're just being a hypocrite at that point, you know? Like you gotta be. And people were saying like he's a sellout. Yeah, because I don't remember when he was calling out Andrew Tate and shit, and Andrew Tate like kind of responded a little bit. He was telling him that he's a sellout to the Matrix or whatever. You know, he says that shit, but he kind of is though. If you think about it, like, and not even just him, a lot of people, because they just say shit for the media, you know, for if anything gets views or if a certain brand say that, oh, like you can't say this, or you know how everybody was hating on Andrew Tate at that point, was canceling him.
Mm-hmm.
He made a video. He made a video how to talk shit about him, and then now he's like, oh, I kind of take it back now, you know, like I kind of like Andrew Tate now. Like he was saying some stupid shit like that. Like, what the fuck you make a whole ass video talking shit about someone, and then now he's switching up. I don't know. That shit's just like,
yeah, it's kind of weird.
Being a little hypocrite, but
a little bipolar vibe type shit.
I don't think it's bipolar. I think he's just for the
like a mood change, kind of, no? Or like, what would you say?
Nah, I don't think it's that. I think
like a mood change towards that person.
Yeah, is that? But in the like more like bigger picture, I think it's just like it's kind of like the celebrities where at that point he's not. I don't think it's controlled. He kind of just says shit just for the fame and shit, you know, at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean.
So I mean, speaking about religion, do you think, because since we're both Catholic, you know, do you think it's good for like people to be living inside of the church too much? So in other words, do you think it's good for someone to be too much into church, like living in the church too much? You know, obviously going every Sunday is fine, but like living in it too much, you get me? Like being into it too much.
Damn, that's a.
Because I feel like people who are like that, you know, it's nothing bad.
Yeah.
But I feel like sometimes it makes you kind of like get too strict. If you get me.
Yeah, I get you.
And I feel like especially for parents who have their kids, you know, who have kids and stuff, you know, parents out there that might live too much in the church or you know and stuff like that, you know, I feel like they become too strict. So they want their kids, obviously, which is nothing bad, they want their kids to follow up to open to God, you know, to talk to God, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I feel like myself, I make the mistake by not going to church almost every Sunday. I feel like I feel guilty not having gone to church after like probably almost a year or two, you know, and it's just a thought where you kind of get yourself like, you know, it's like us Catholics when we pass by the church, you know, we obviously like, you know, we pray and stuff like that. And me myself, personally, and I'm not gonna lie, I sometimes do it, you know, not all the time, just like here and there. I do pray at night, you know, sometimes, you know, before I go to sleep, I pray. And then sometimes, you know, before, I would do this a couple times often in the mornings before I left to work. I would pray, you know, I would just, you know, just talk, you know, pray, and I would pray for, you know, my family, pray for my close friends, you know. I would even sometimes just pray for like, you know, people who, you know, dislike you, people who dislike others. I would pray for them, be like, hey, you know, like, you know, praying for these people as well, making sure that they get their minds open to not hate each other and stuff like stuff like that, you know. And you know, also for the close things we have and for life, you know, and just hoping to have a good day at the moment, you know, just praying to have a good day. So do you think, going back to that question, do you think it's okay for someone to be living in the church too much?
Well, I mean, you can't really say it's a bad thing, right? I mean, because I mean, if that person's just trying to be in like that connected to God, and I mean that's good, you know. But at the same time, I feel like it's not like, I guess you should kind of have like a separation, like kind of separate yourself from the church, because also like, you know, like a lot of people think that you have to go to church like every week, and then because if you don't go, then I don't know,
stuff
like whatever.
Like that.
But what I've heard is that as long as you make the effort to have a connection to God, or like, you know, you like praying, like, even if the prayer is like 1 minute, like 30 seconds long, just a quick prayer, that it's all is connecting you to God, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And just because you go to, even if you go to church every Sunday or whatever, it doesn't mean that you're connected to God, because maybe you go to church. Because I think we all know those people that go to church and then they're not really like that good of a people outside of
Yeah,
church.
and that's been told before. Like people who there's people who may go to church and they yeah, it's fine. You know, you're gonna go to church and you're gonna feel relieved.
Yeah.
And especially if you haven't gone after a while, you know.
Yeah.
And there's people that are gonna go to church and be like, oh, just oh, I mean, I go to church, so I should be fine, you know.
Yeah.
So I go to church, I should be fine, you know, and this and this and that. But little do we know, we commit a sin.
Yeah.
Everybody commits sins.
Yeah,
you know?
we sin all the time.
And we sin all the time. It could be, you know, every day without even knowing it.
Yeah, dude.
So it, you know, you
Yeah.
just never know.
At that point, like, in my opinion, like, I feel like it's more important. Like, I'm not saying that to not go to church, but I'm saying what's more important, in my opinion, is to be a good person outside of church, and you know, try to have the, you know, like, obviously pray to God. You know, try to, like, you know, just by speaking to Him, like, like, I hope, like, it's just praying, like, simple shit, like that your family is healthy and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's having a connection towards Him. So what I feel is more important, instead of not that you shouldn't go to church, but it's just that you should just focus on loving your family and just being a good person outside of church. Because in the Bible, I'm pretty sure, I don't know which Bible, but I mean it's in one of them. But it says the one thing that God, I guess, He preaches pretty much is to love your neighbor. He says, like, oh, like it never talks about, oh, that you have to do go to church every Sunday, or do, like, you know, follow, never sin. He says the one thing that he asks pretty much is to love your neighbor. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's more important just to be a good person and be loving towards people. Not that, like, to not be hateful. You know, like, you know, you have people that probably like, they're like hateful people, or you probably know that they talk bad about you.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's more important just to, like, show some love. You know, just have a little empathy, and, like, cause I feel like people that hate on you or just have some hateful like intentions,
Or like a thought and stuff
yeah,
like that.
I feel like those type of people are just going through something in life that, you know, that they're going through things that, you know, that obviously we don't know.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's something deeper inside of them that is making them like feel that way.
Type of way.
Yeah, so because a lot of people that are hateful like that, it's not in us to be hateful. You know.
No, yeah.
The only reason you're gonna be hateful like that is if something's wrong in your life, so like something's missing, and that's why I feel like you should never, like, actually hate nobody. I mean, you can criticize people, whatever, that's whatever, but
Yeah, that's fine.
to actually hate people, like do you, like, if you can actually think, do you hate anybody? Like, I personally, I don't hate nobody. Like, there's nobody to hate.
I honestly don't hate nobody either.
Yeah, like, there's just
Even if they don't like me,
yeah,
and they can hate me, and, you know, they don't have to like me. They can hate me and they don't have to like me, and I still won't hate them. I just personally, like, I wouldn't, you know, really talk to them like that.
Yeah.
If I know that they hate me or that they don't like me and stuff like that, that's fine, dude. You know, at the end of the day, I'm just gonna let it be, and I'm not gonna even bother. You know.
Yeah.
And if anybody, like, in general, like, if do you like, because for me, I don't hate nobody.
Yeah.
You know, at the moment, I might have said it before, like, oh, I hate this person. You know, I hate him. You know,
yeah.
I hate him. I hate this person. You know, because I felt like that before.
Yeah.
You know, I felt like that, like, you know, not too recent, but, like, you know, a couple times already.
Yeah.
You know? And it's all BS, dude. It's all in your head, and at the moment you're just like, fuck.
It's just your emotions. It just gets you at that moment.
Yeah.
But, you know, a day passes, a day or a week passes by, and then you realize, like, oh, like, I don't really hate them. You know, I was just in my head and in my emotions, and that's normal. You know, that's normal to feel that way. But because, I mean, from my experience, you could hate someone for like 30 minutes, and after that, you kind of get over it. Like, oh, like, it's whatever. You know,
but I think it just depends too, like, whether what that person has done to you, or what you've done to that person. If you've done something to that person that's gonna make them hate you, well, then, I mean, you know, it's reasonable. You know, I mean, it's reasonable, really, bro. Because, I mean, it happens. You know.
Yeah, there's certain things
that make you hate a person, but, you know, if it's just BS that's going through your head, or like shit like that, you know, like, and you say, like, oh, I hate this person, you know, but in reality you don't. You're just saying at the moment, and, you know, just, well, fucking talk it out. I don't know, you know.
Yeah.
Talk that shit out, you know.
You talk it out, just, you know, just
mind your own business.
Mind your business, you know.
Respect the fact that you don't like that person, they don't like you. Fine, fuck it.
Yeah, because I never understood the thing that people would do. Like, if they hate someone, they'll fucking talk shit on them. They'll go on social media and talk shit on them.
Oh yeah.
they'll probably try to fight him. I never understood people like that, you know, because like, what do you get from that? You don't get anything from
It's
that.
beef, bro. They gotta sell that shit.
I mean,
Fighting, bro.
Yeah,
Come on.
but
Nah.
yeah, I mean, like, I guess
You gotta settle that
I
shit.
guess
No
you can
cap.
settle it, but I mean, but at that point, like,
No,
I don't
yeah, I know.
know,
I'm just
like,
fucking around.
I mean, it's cool.
It's
I mean,
cool. No. I mean, it's cool if you. I'm respectful. Like just like how a guy would say, you know, man, respectfully, if you want to fight, put the gun away. You know.
yeah,
Just nowadays, people are gonna have protection.
Yeah,
you know,
I
if you
mean-
want to fight as a man to man, you know, you
Yeah.
wanna settle this down. Let's fight it. You know,
yeah,
brawl it out and respectfully. Whoever wins, respectfully. You know, respect.
yeah. But the reason, like, I have never gotten into a fight in my life just because I always, like, I'm pretty sure people have disliked me for whatever reason. I don't feel like I even have a reason to be disliked, you know, like that. But I have never fought for that reason, you know, just because I just mind my business, and if someone doesn't like me, then I don't care. And also, like, I've always thought about it, like, being, like, starting a fight or getting into a fight is not the best choice to do. It's not that, like, I'm not capable of fighting. It's just that's not safe, because there's always those people that you never know, they have a knife on them or something,
Or like a weapon, huh?
a weapon. I'm not gonna fucking risk my life for some stupid beef like that, you know?
Yeah, for some stupid ass shit.
Because there's those stupid ass people that they don't give a fuck if they fucking go to jail.
No, fuck
know,
no.
they don't care.
They'll take that shit
Yeah,
personally.
yeah.
Personally.
I'm not gonna be a stupid ass and try to, like, especially in the streets, like, oh, like let's say you're at a store or somewhere, like, in public area,
Yeah.
and someone's like, you know, just talking shit or whatever. I'm not gonna fight them just for the fact that there's some stupid people that don't give a fuck about their life that are willing to just go to jail like that.
Yeah, at the moment they're just gonna fuck you over. Bro.
It's not worth it for me. Like, in my opinion, like, bro, people. I'm pretty sure you've seen these videos where people are fighting, and then all of a sudden someone gets fucking stabbed or
shot at. Yeah.
That shit, I see that shit. That shit makes me sadder, because that could have
Yeah,
been avoided.
that's like, I know hella it could have been avoided, and then it's like, oh, like, well, let's fight it then. Let's fight it. You know, let's fight it out. Okay, you're gonna fight it out like men.
Yeah.
And shit like that. But you know, the one to bring out a weapon and stuff.
That's
dumb.
And the thing is, you don't know what they're gonna do.
You don't know. Yeah, I know exactly. And that's like, if I know, because I mean, obviously, me too. I agree with that. You know, I wouldn't get in no stupid fight with someone that, like, even if it's just random in public, you know, with a random person, you know, I wouldn't get in a fight with them, even if they're like talking shit, you know, and this and that, and they're up on my face. They're up in my face. That's fine, bro. You know, like, I'm not gonna let it slide. I'm not gonna just walk away. I'm obviously defend myself.
Yeah.
But if that person's taking it far or something to get me heated and stuff like that, well, obviously I'm gonna defend myself.
Yeah.
But if it's just to a point where, like, they're just like distance, like this and that, and they're talking smack, I'm not gonna run up at them.
Like, you're not gonna fucking go run up on them. Like, doing that, I feel like it's the stupidest
Hell
shit
no,
ever.
hell no, because it's just best to just, you know, let it be, bro. This is irrelevant. Just walk away, because
Yeah.
you run up to him, and then you guys are brawling, and then his homeboy's back there, and he comes in, and you never know.
You know what he's
So,
gonna do,
and
dude.
especially if you're winning that person, if you know that you're winning that person, that
They-
person's gonna take it personal. Oh, my homie's getting jumped. Oh, fuck
I
that.
don't give a fuck if
They're gonna pull out a weapon.
Because people try to go into fights and think like, oh, like this, you know, like man, just a fist fight. But people don't give a, the people don't.
There's
give a
always gonna
fuck.
be someone.
If they're losing, they don't give a fuck. They'll fucking do some stupid shit that's just gonna, you know, that's gonna end bad. It's gonna end bad.
Yeah. So I feel like, you know, if you're gonna fight it out, you know, fight it out in a fucking good way. Don't be
like
how they say, you know, don't be with that pussy shit, you know.
Yeah, like obviously, like, if it gets to a point that I have to defend myself, no shit, I'm gonna defend myself.
No,
but
yeah.
I'm never gonna go out of my way to fucking go up to somebody, and then if someone's talking shit, or and go up to them and just try to confront them, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be like, I don't give a fuck, you know. But
Yeah.
if obviously if someone like swings at you, you're not gonna just fucking let yourself, you know.
No, hell no.
You're gonna defend yourself. But I was thinking about that, you know, because I've seen those videos, dude, like where people are fighting, you know. And then fuck, there's always that motherfucker that brings out a knife and
Or something, and just ends their life.
Dude, that shit's so sad, dude. I seen a video on Twitter like a while back, and it was just these guys. I don't know the backstory, but they were trying to fight this one guy. So it was like 3 people, and there's one. He was backing up, you know. He was trying to back up, and this fucking guy, he goes up to him, and he fucking neck.
Damn.
Neck. He fucking dies like in 30 seconds. It was so nasty because he's. And then he obviously just goes away.
Oh yeah.
And that guy, he's holding like that, and then within 20 seconds, he just.
Yeah, he just
That
passes
shit
out.
just. I saw that shit. That shit was just disturbing, dude.
Yeah.
Because that could have been avoided. Why'd you have to like try to fight, dude? Like that shit. I saw that shit. I was like, damn. Like he just bled out, and he died in 20 seconds. He was dead.
Yeah.
And it was just weird because the way his body just fucking fell, bro.
Yeah, it's traumatizing, bro.
That shit was no. That's another reason that makes me like, I am never gonna get a fight just Because there's people like that they don't care, dude.
Yeah. Well, I ain't trying to go too much in detail because it's YouTube. You know,
Oh
YouTube's
yeah.
gonna, you know.
We're probably like beep it out like the specific
Yeah,
words, you know.
yeah. That's mandatory.
Yeah, because
Beep it out because it's a little bit of a little detail, and we don't want to get.
I'll make sure to. Well,
Yeah.
They won't even know what I said. Because
No,
I'm gonna beep it out. But
yeah, we want to be, you know, rated
Not-
13
yeah,
type vibe.
I mean, I'm not like family friendly, but you know, just
No, yeah.
obviously YouTube is not gonna fucking.
But yeah, but it's because like in social media you see shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, people fucking be posting stuff like that
That shit.
and stuff like that. So I mean, imagine the people who work for companies like that, like traumatizing stuff they see that they have to block out, so that in order for people to not see inappropriate stuff,
Yeah.
because there's kids on, bro. There's gotta be. There's a lot of teenagers on Twitter, a lot of teenagers now
Oh,
on
yeah,
TikTok, a lot of teenagers on
that's full of
Snap, on
teenagers.
Instagram,
Yeah.
on social media. So you know it's hard to try to catch every single little inappropriate thing to watch on the social media.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, it's just shit like that, bro. It's just, you know, it's not
Fuck.
right.
That shit's disturbing, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
So I mean,
but you think it's like kind of because you know how like that shit it's a lot on Twitter, but like do you feel like stuff like content like that's posted, do you feel like it's kind of like having a numbing effect on people? Like do you think like when people see that it kind of becomes normal to them, or do you still feel like, oh, it's still like the same, like it's still as disturbing? Because I know a lot of people that watch those stuff, and I don't know if they start feeling numb to it or not, because that shit, the video
to me it's no, hell no. To me it's still disturbing.
yeah, it's still disturbing.
Fuck
right?
no. That shit. Seeing something like that in person, especially, is traumatizing as hell.
That shit's-
That's something that, you know, but that's disturbing, bro.
yeah.
That's something like that is disturbing. I can't. You watching stuff like that on social media or like just popping up out of nowhere, like it's just hella disturbing, bro.
Yeah.
No cap. Like I don't think I could fucking watch videos like that.
Nah,
Hell
like,
no.
That shit, like I've seen some obviously because at first you're curious, you know. You're
No,
like,
yeah, you're hella curious.
yeah,
And
what
you're
the
like,
fuck is this?
well, what video is this? I want to see it, you know. But
well, after you watch it, you're like,
I made a mistake. I made a
that
mistake.
That shit was. Why the fuck did I?
Curiosity gets the best of us, bro.
Yeah. That shit.
And I try the best to resist on stuff like that, bro. Cause fuck.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
can't.
because I mean, as humans, we're always gonna be curious, you know. But fuck, like that shit's not meant to be seen by anybody right there.
No, hell no.
And I don't know who the fuck is be fucking posting those type of videos, but yeah. But kind of going back to like not religion, but I just had a little question. Like,
Yeah, that's fine.
do you think like, or what do you think about like, do you think that, okay, not like going as like God, you know, but do you think it's possible that we live like in a simulation, or do you think that is God that you know created us, you know? Because there's the Bible like, oh, that God created us, you know, whatever. Or do you think it could be possible that we live like in a simulation or something like that?
I think it's possible that we can live in a simulation.
Because there's a lot of theories on that, dude.
Oh yeah, I think it's possible that we can live in a simulation.
Yeah.
I think. Me personally, I think. Well, in my opinion, I think
Yeah.
nobody knows what happens after the life. Nobody knows what happens life after death.
Yeah.
You don't know what's gonna happen. Like going a little bit back to the talk about right now that we had about the religion. You know, people say that whenever you die, you know, like obviously, you know, your spirit, you know, levitates up, and then this and that.
Yeah.
So then, even then, going back to the church thing, they say that if you communicate to God, at least, you know, communicating to God, you're gonna go to heaven. But if you don't, and if you just go to church just to go, and you think you're gonna go to heaven, that's not gonna work. You're not gonna go to the heaven site, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, theories, yes, you know, those are theories,
Yeah.
but nobody knows
Like
until nobody really knows until your time's up.
Like, we cannot. It's a weird thing that we're never gonna like. I don't know if we'll ever know, because like, okay, like let's say we die, you know, but how do we know like if we just die and then we just disappear from existence, or if we go somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
Like that shit trips me out, you know, because like fuck, like what the fuck is it, like, you know?
Well, they say that also that when you pass away, that you just like your spirit transfers into somebody else, like in another life,
like a reincarnation.
Yeah, like a reincarnation type of thing, where your spirit transfers into something else, and then like, you know, you're alive again.
Yeah.
And then there's also like not a theory, but it's like a thing to imagine, like to think like, imagine you pass away, and it's gonna sound funny and dumb, because I've seen it, you know.
Yeah.
So like imagine you pass away, and then, damn, I even got the chills. So imagine you pass away, and then you wake up and you're in a room, and then someone comes up to you and tells you, So how was it?
Like
That's crazy, bro. I just got the chills too. Like fuck, like and I've seen a video with, and especially the themed music. Oh my god, I fucking hate that background music. Like I like is that fuck? I can't even describe it. But like imagine like you pass away and you die and you're in a room and you wake up, like even like at a hospital or like in a room, like, and there's a doctor that comes to you, or like you just wake up in a room and it's all like, you know, you're by yourself and someone comes to tell you, so how was it? What would you say?
I don't even know. I'll be like, what? Like, fuck, I don't fucking know, dude. I'll be like,
well, fuck. what I would say, first of all, like what I'm thinking is like what's going through my head, and I've actually thought about it. You know, like what if that happens? You know, I wake up and I'm in a room and someone comes into me and tells me, so how was it? I'm dead ass gonna be like, well, I don't know what I would say, you know, but I'm dead ass thinking I've dead ass thought like fuck, like
that's just...
like I'm thinking about my whole childhood and the whole time lapse, like in the whole movie, going like fast forward, like like not full speed, but like going half speed, you know, like just like growing up as a kid, you know, first day of kindergarten, you know, first day of high school, and for, you know, first day of college or whatever, you know, the first job you got. How are you at the age of 18? Like this and this, not growing up. Like that's what's going through my head. Like a time lapse of my life, of my childhood.
That shit.
Imagine that. Like having someone just tell you like, so how was it?
That's just fucking.
What am I gonna say? What am I gonna say?
I feel like at that
at that point, you're not just gonna think at the top of your head and be like, it was great. Fuck no.
You have no words.
You just have no words because, you know, you passed away. You know, and in the other life, in this life, on Earth, you know, and in this life, there's still millions and billions of people alive, but you know you're dead, and then you come up to that imagination where what how was it, you know?
And it's weird because like I seen a thing that I think he's like a scientist or some shit like that, but I guess they did the calculations to see what are the odds that we're in a real life or we're in a simulation, and it's literally a 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
So for just thinking about that, there's a 50-50 chance that this is a simulation, and that's a high percentage.
Yeah.
Like usually you'll be like, like a 1% chance. Oh, that's like unlikely, you know.
Yeah.
But 50-50, that's like fuck. Like there's
can you I'm sorry. Can you explain a simulation really quick?
A simulation.
Just for those that may not understand.
Yeah, like pretty much saying that. Okay, so what we're talking about right now is pretty much saying that all the experiences we're having right now are all being simulated by like, I don't know, like some type of computer,
like virtual reality,
like
type
virtual reality type of thing. So we're that in that sense, we're like supposedly, I guess, let's say we're like in a room, like I have like some shit on my head, and we're just experiencing something like virtually, pretty much, you know?
Yeah, like if we're in a video game, pretty much.
Yeah, so we're experiencing how something so realistic that we could feel touch, we could feel emotions and shit. But just to get an experience, and you know that's pretty much what it is. But if you think about it, like it could be true because like fuck, like, there's things.
Imagine, but dude.
Because I also thinking.
I just thought of something crazy, but okay, keep going.
No,
I'll say it right now.
I've also seen like this little. It's like a little thought. It's a thought, but you know how in a game, let's say like GTA, you know how. Okay, all the cops are chasing me. Yeah, you have 5 stars on you. And then if you kill yourself, it resets, right?
Yeah.
I seen a thing like, what if people that it's a little dark a little bit.
I know what you're gonna say.
Well, what if people that commit suicide is because they want to reset in the simulation?
No, yeah, don't laugh, bitch.
No, I'm not laughing. No.
Don't laugh at that shit.
No.
I know you're not laughing. I know you're not laughing about the suicide thing.
I'm not laughing at that. But
no, dead ass. Dead ass. I know what you're laughing at. You're not laughing at the suicide thing.
About that. But I'm saying like,
it's because the only reason why I say that is because I know people who have thought of that. But I'm just saying, you know, we're not laughing about that. I know what the fuck you're laughing at. But no, we're not laughing about.
It sounds fucked. It sounds so fucked.
It does.
But it was like a dark theory. Obviously, I'm not laughing about people because that suicide is a real thing.
Hell no.
That shit is a serious fucking real thing, you know. But you know,
be aware of it. Please talk to someone if you're feeling that. I'm being dead ass. Please talk because I know. I've never felt like that, but please, deadass, talk to someone, you know. Yeah. Talk to someone, and if you're aware of it, please. And if you have to call a number, call it, but please.
Yeah, because that's just no joke, but it was just like a little thought word.
Oh, yeah, I know why he was laughing. Yeah, and I kind of like give a laugh too because I was thinking of something else. Yeah. So that is a good theory.
Yeah.
Like what if people like, you know, and it kind of, and I'm gonna go into that,
Yeah.
and it kind of goes into why people like may have committed suicide because they may have wanted to reset. Why may have they wanted to reset is because their life at their first try wasn't it.
Yeah.
So I kind of get what you're saying. So I'm gonna get into that. So maybe they committed that action because they didn't like the way their life was set at the first try.
Yeah.
So they want to give it a second try.
Yeah. That's kind of what I was kind of trying to say, but it sounds.
But it's sad, dude, because I feel like people. It's sad because, you know, there goes the saying, you only live once.
Oh yeah.
So it's sad, dude.
Yeah,
it's fuck, man. It's
yeah,
sad, dude. Like you,
that shit makes
no one should be able to feel that way, dude.
Yeah, it's just a feeling that like, I can imagine. Like imagine the feeling that like, okay, as far as we know, we do only live once. But I mean, who knows that? You know, who knows if we live more? But just we know what we know, and what we know is that we have this one life, and that's, you know. So like it's sad to think about. Like people get to a point where they're so sad in their life, or things are going so wrong that they have nothing else that they want to live for, you know.
Yeah.
And that shit, like, fuck, like it kind of makes you be grateful too. Like, fuck that, dude. Like,
yeah, like dude, like that person did that because, you know, they got bullied. They couldn't take the household they lived in. They couldn't take the environment they had around them. Like, bro, that's just sad, bro.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like, obviously, like, for real, like, talk to someone if you know anybody, dude. Whether you might have just met that person that day, you don't know this person. Like, it's okay to go up to him and be like, hey, you know, what's your name? Or like, you know, just something to just save yourself, bro.
What do you think it takes for you to get to that point? Like,
bro, it's just, you know, sometimes people, I feel like they're just weak at the moment, bro. Like they're weak, and then, you know, I'm not gonna say, you know, that word, but, you know, I just feel like the enemy. And if you get what if you know, you know, if you get me, you get me. The enemy. You know, I feel like the enemy tries to get to people like that and convince them and show them signs to do it. So if you get the enemy, if you get what I'm saying, the enemy tries to, you know, take you.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's always, that's why I say, like, it's always good to, you know, surround yourself with people who are going to cheer you up and talk to you and be there for you and have a happier environment. Yeah. And I feel like people who just feel weak at the moment, bro, and don't know what they're going through and just say, choosing the easiest way out is just, they're just weak, bro. They have no other choice but to do it. But, you know,
I feel like, I mean, obviously there is more choices, but like, it's a hard thing to understand because, I mean, for us, we can't understand it because we're not in their shoes, right?
No, yeah.
But fuck, like sometimes I think about it, like, you know, because I see those videos that I come across, you know, and fuck, like, just seeing, like, them sad, like, to a point, like, that they want to, like, you know, end their life, like,
yeah.
fuck,
And
like,
then one day they can be happy, and the other day is just, it happens in there.
Yeah.
So you don't know what no one's going through. But yeah, but just please talk to someone, you know, if you feel this type of way.
Yeah, because that's just something serious. That's like, that's just no joke, you know. And we only have one life, and I feel like we should just try to make the best of it.
Hell yeah.
Even if we don't have the best circumstances, I feel like you should always, like, you know, just try to enjoy it in some way, you know, find some enjoyment in it, you know, because I feel like that's another reason why, like, you kind of need like at some point you get to a point that you kind of need like a purpose or something to give you that reason to want to live. Because I feel like people that are at that point, they feel like they don't have a reason to live no more. Because they probably people don't like them, or they don't have like a family, and I feel like they get to a point where, like, damn,
they're lonely, bro.
They're lonely.
Depression and stuff like that.
They're lonely to a point where, like, damn, they have no reason to live. Like, I'm not here for a purpose.
Yeah.
So I think that's what kind of leads into it. But I think everybody has a purpose.
It's not worth it, man.
Nah.
You know, just talk to a close one, and they'll hear you out. And if, you know, you can, and even for us, you know us, you know, whoever knows me or knows him, you know, we're here too, you know. Yeah. If you want to talk it out, you know, even in the comments.
Oh yeah.
In the comments, we're gonna fucking look, and we're active, you know. We're aware of that shit. So, yeah, but, you know, I know it got a little deep, but going back to the topic of virtual reality and stuff like that and simulation, I feel like it's also sad, like, to, like, you know, for a young person that has passed away, like, their time came quick. So I feel like, you know, imagine, like, living in that, and then if the simulation was real, imagine for a young person to, like, just wake up, you know, like, their thing has disconnected, like, fuck, like, why was I so young and this happened, you know? So I kind of understand why it goes 50-50.
Yeah, because
But because it can happen to anybody, you know.
you can't. The reason it's 50-50 is because for all the claims there is of a simulated reality, there's no evidence to kind of prove that it's not true. Like for everything, like for example, like the thing that you wake up and like you're like, oh, how was it? There's no way to prove that doesn't happen. Like, so that's the reason it's a 50-50. And also like, oh fuck, because you know there's things that okay, going back to like you come back reborn as another person, right?
Mm.
I've seen videos where supposedly, well, I mean they look pretty real. Okay, so oh, there was this boy that I guess you know he was a little boy, and for some reason he was able to remember like so much things of like so much things of a past life that I mean obviously a little kid wouldn't know.
Yeah, because he was born in a different type
Yeah.
of year.
So
I think I think I heard this.
yeah, well there's a few of them, but I guess so in this one I guess that kid I guess he was so fascinated by like the military like airplanes or aircraft or whatever, you know.
Yeah, I've heard of this one.
He was so fascinated by those, and then he would draw them, and he would be able to like to name them like by the actual name, you know. And the parents were tripped out about it, you know, like and because he never watched anything that had to do with shit like that.
No, yeah.
And then I guess I don't know if it was the same story, but I guess that kid was able to go back to his exact grave and then
Oh
to
yeah.
his exact grave, and then just show his
Parents
parents
that he's not lying, like he's showing.
that
And
this is
keep
where
in
he
mind
died,
that this is a kid, bro.
yeah, a little kid doesn't know like think about it, like a little ass kid doesn't watch fucking study freaking like books about the
Like that,
about military, and then like to know every name of the aircrafts,
Mm-hmm.
and then to be able to go back to the exact spot or where a grave is at.
Mm-hmm.
That shit makes you think like fuck, like was this kid really like reincarnated? Like do you think like
Yeah.
that's what makes me think like damn, is it simulation or is it a reincarnation? Did we go to heaven or fuck like
Yeah, well, what's out there, you know? Well, I mean,
Yeah.
obviously we don't know, and we won't know until, you know, the time comes. But hopefully, you know, we all get to live a good life until, you know, at a good age, you know, to where we lived life and we were happy, and you know, we die peacefully.
yeah.
So,
I mean,
you know, that little thing, like, you know, you wake up and then you're asked like, so how was it? So, you know, this and that. You obviously don't know what you're gonna answer, but like I said, for me, it would be a time lapse of my life. Like the moments where I was happy, the moments to where I was sad, to where I was angry, and this and that. You know, like I honestly don't know what the fuck I would say.
Like, if you were to wake up, do you think that you would be you? Like, are you or are you? Because I've heard little theories that okay, there's some that go into the simulation and some that are based on religion, but in general, there's little theories that say that in the past life or whatever, you kind of decide what life you want to experience, because in your past life there were certain things that you didn't get to fix or some shit like that, you know. So it's pretty much saying that the life we're living here, we so I don't know what it is, our fucking higher self or something chose this life to experience. So do you think like what the fuck, like are we a energy? Like what the fuck are we? Cause like if we were to die, I'm pretty sure do you think it would be us, like how you are right now, or do you think it would be like something else? Like what the fuck are we?
I think it would be us.
You think so? But if we woke up and then they're like, oh, how was it? You think it's like
It could be the same. Yeah, I think it could be the same.
Because how a lot of things explain is that like our body is just a vessel, and our okay, so like if you think about it, it's trippy because like okay, we have our brain, right, that is thinking all these thoughts and shit. Are we our body, or is it our brain? Are we just the brain inside the body? Think about it. If that makes sense, you get it? Because
yeah, I get you.
Because
I know. I
because
I know. I get you.
Trippy.
I get you. Yeah, it is. I'm just like fuck.
Because
you like this shit got me hella thinking, bro.
Because you obviously we have a brain that's making up all these thoughts and shit. Are we just the brain, or are we the body? Like, because the brain is controlling everything. The body's just like a vessel, like a.
Well, that's the nerve. The brain, you know, the nerve and shit. Like
Yeah.
the nerves and shit. But
Yeah, because the body is just the thing that is, it's like your vehicle. Like you know, you're driving a car. You're in there driving the car, and we're pretty much driving our car. Like this is our car. Do you think that I don't think we're the body. I think we're just the brain.
the brain. Yeah,
So,
you
so you
make
think
sense.
about it, I don't like our bodies isn't us. We're only the brain. So
Yeah,
like it makes you think like we're
yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
like
Fuck,
how we
dude.
were born like how if you have a beard or whatever. That's not. I don't think
I don't think you're human.
I don't think that's us.
I
I feel
don't think you're human.
like
No, but
like are we a spirit? I don't know, bro. That
no.
shit.
Well, obviously we do have a spirit
Oh
in
yeah,
us,
what?
but
Like, but do you think that we're just a spirit living inside of a
of
vessel?
a vessel.
I
I
don't
think
know,
so,
bro.
dude.
That shit trippy.
I
Like,
think so. It's trippy.
if you were to wake up, like, are you?
That's trippy. Leave your thoughts in the comments. What do you guys think
Yeah,
about
cause
that? Because
that
that's just
shit.
trippy. I can't give an answer off the top of my head.
I don't know. What
So it's like, okay, this is funny and totally like random topic, and I just want to throw it in there because now that we're talking about like little theories and stuff like that,
the,
I seen this theory on TikTok like a long time ago, like probably like 2 years ago or a year ago, and it's a funny and stupid one. You know how they say, don't eat past 9, or don't eat at 9, or don't eat past 9.
yeah.
Um, why is it that in our fridge, it says to not eat past 9? No. Listen.
I know what you're
This is stupid and funny.
Yeah.
But why is it that in our fridge, there's a light.
Yeah.
There's a light, but you can't eat past 9. So what is it like? Why is it that when it's past 9 and you open your fridge, the light turns on?
Yeah, I know.
No, for real. Like,
No, I get you.
it's stupid, but
I
it's
get
it's,
you.
it's
It makes
it's-
sense.
yeah, because there's people that I don't want to eat past 9 and I can't eat past 9. Why is it that your fridge, like
It's a
has a
fucking
light
light
and
in
it
it.
just opens and it still turns on at 9?
Yeah, like it's literally
Like imagine no, but like that's what I'm saying. Like I was gonna get into this.
Oh, okay.
Imagine if your fridge like obviously has a light, but imagine like if your fridge was set to a timer where like it's already past 9 or 9 and you can't eat, but it's up like you can't eat and the light's off. Like what if it was up to your choice? Like well if you eat past 9, well it's up to you, But like the fridge is kind of like helping you out in a way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
imagine you're fucking trying to diet or something and you're fucking craving like something some bomb ass leftover food that you're trying to grab at 9 or 10 or
Yeah.
11 or midnight and the light's off.
It kind of discourages you. Like, oh,
yeah,
never mind.
nah, never mind.
Yeah.
So
that's
what if it
true.
can help you,
Yeah, I think that would help you.
fucker? You're fucking laughing.
No,
Nah, I
like,
know, but it's stupid
I
and
was
funny.
laughing
But
because
no, I know.
because I know exactly the thing that you're getting.
No, yeah. So that's why I wanted to get
No,
kind of into that because like, what if the fridge can help you?
I think that actually makes sense.
Like
'cause-
that light can help you. Like fuck, like I'm craving this, but like
No, that makes
I
sense.
don't know, like the light's off and I should.
No, yeah, it makes sense because
And imagine telling that to a little kid, bro.
they would have
So
to
like,
believe it
imagine
too.
telling that to your kids, like, oh, like
The lights
the
off.
lights off. You can't be eating when the lights off.
They
That's just the rule. You can't.
They would believe it.
When I was a kid, I wasn't eating when the light was off, and the kid would be like, "But I want, but I want this, but no, you can't eat." I wouldn't do that because then you're gonna get sick or you're gonna get fat, like stuff like that. Just dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Something like your sibling would tell you,
Yeah.
"Oh, if you eat past the light, this and that, you're gonna get fat,
Oh.
and then this and that, like, then it can kind of encourage your kid to be like, I'm gonna just wait,
Yeah, but I think it would help for the reason like okay, let's say it's a midnight and then you go to your fridge and everything's dark, like you're like the fucking kitchen is dark, and you open it. If the light doesn't turn on, you can't see shit. Then you're gonna be like, I don't want to eat nothing.
Oh yeah.
You can't,
You can't even see shit. Yeah.
But if the light's so bright in there, it's fucking shining everything in there. Obviously,
Yeah.
you're gonna be fucking picking and choosing.
But here's the thing, like, I think I don't really believe in that. Like, I don't. It doesn't really like cross my mind. Like, if I'm hungry late at night, knowing that I didn't eat shit all day,
That doesn't
and
fucking
it
matter.
doesn't matter. I'm a grub. I don't
Yeah.
care. I'm gonna eat.
Yeah.
But like, let's say like it's past 9 or whatever, and this and that. How would your body even know?
I don't think your body does know.
Because they say like, oh, if you eat past 9 or whatever, you're gonna gain weight and it's gonna stay with you and since that. But if you eat it and then you like obviously like let it out, you digest it in the morning, that's reasonable. But then they say like oh, if you eat past 9, you're just gonna gain weight because throughout the night it just kind of builds in your fat and I don't know, well, bullshit. But how would your body know though?
The reason the thing is that it doesn't know. I think that whole thing is just a myth.
Yeah.
It doesn't know because your body it doesn't care when you eat.
Mm-hmm.
It literally doesn't care as long as you eat. Okay, so like kind of going to fitness a little bit. Okay, so saying if you want to bulk, right? And let's say your maintenance calories were at 2,000, for example, and to gain some weight, you need 2,500.
Yeah.
Your body does not care if you eat all that fucking 2,500 in the fucking late at night or if you spread it out throughout the day. It doesn't know the difference. As long as you get those calories in, then it's gonna help your body.
Yeah.
So your body doesn't know. Oh, it's fucking time to not eat no more.
To not eat no more or something.
If that was the case, then you wouldn't feel no hunger at that time.
Yeah.
If you think about it, if your body worked like that way, that you can't eat past 9, then your body would shut down all the hormones that make you hungry, and you wouldn't want to eat. But it doesn't.
Yeah.
So it's just a myth, bro.
Yeah. I believe that it's a myth too.
No.
And it's like today, for example, today I only ate oatmeal in the morning, which was like at 10 in the morning, or an oatmeal and a banana. You know, and I know it's gonna sound like weird and nasty because I eat my oatmeals like basic, like dry as fuck. I just make it with hot water,
Yeah.
and I let it sit in there, and I eat it like that with the banana on the side.
Uh-huh.
I don't put no peanut butter on it. I don't put no honey on it.
I
And
make
this
my
and that.
oatmeal.
I'm fucking dry as fuck. Like I eat that shit like that, and I got used to it. And people are like, "Oh, like you eat it like that?" Like, yeah, bro. Like it's just, you know, I'm used to it. But I mean, speaking of that, I just ate that all day. So like, you know, I'm starving as hell. I'm hella starving, and I don't know how I can fucking like go like that. But I believe that this is true. That, you know, you're starving, you're gonna be grumpy as hell. And I do believe that because I've been hella grumpy before. I've been hangry before. So you know, that shit's, I don't think that's a myth.
I think your body, like, I don't know if you like fasted that much, but I think your body is meant to not eat. If you think about it.
Yeah.
Because like, okay, let's say that, well, obviously everybody has fat, you know, but like say like a decently fat person has all that fat. The only purpose that fat has is to keep you alive.
Yeah.
So if you're not eating for like half the day and you think that, oh, I have to eat, bro, you could not eat for a whole week and just drink water and you'll be fine. Yeah. Obviously you're gonna be a little tired because you don't have those carbs in you and shit. But the purpose literally of the fat that you have is to keep you alive, is to give you that energy when you're not eating. So to think like, because I still kind of fast technically, but not as long as I used to. I would do fast, like I think the most I've done is like 3 days, no food, like nothing, and that shit, huh?
Interesting.
Yeah, and that shit is a mental. Like you get angry, yeah, but at that point, it's in your head at that point.
Especially if you live in a Mexican household.
Oh yeah,
you see fucking homemade tortillas, flour tortillas,
that's just fucking tough.
Corn tortillas, beans, rice, chicken. All that good food.
Yeah.
And especially they fucking come home from grocery shopping and they bring home like some McDonald's or like pizza.
That's what I'm saying. That shit at that point, it's a mental battle at that point. Obviously you feel like, oh, I'm hangry. I mean, you probably are, but at that point you gotta realize, oh, it's fine, you know, like my body can support what I have, you know. You could go days without eating and you'll be perfectly fine as long as you're drinking water and shit.
I've thought about fasting, but screw that. I'd rather just eat. I'd rather just diet.
Yeah, I mean, like fasting, it's a tool. It's not meant to be like, oh, like do this and you're gonna lose weight. You know, it's a tool, and everybody has their own thing. You know, for me, I kind of got into the habit where I'm able to not eat for like fucking like half the day or more. You know, and eat at night, and I'll be perfectly fine. You know, because like, I mean, for me, I got used to that. But there's other people that they have to eat like, oh, like every 2 hours or some shit.
Yeah.
And whatever works for you works. But I mean, it's just me, you know. And I kind of like it too in a way because it's a mental talent. It's a challenge, dude. I feel like doing that, it kind of builds some toughness in you, you know.
Yeah.
Because to be able to fucking to discipline yourself to not fucking eat those tortillas, to eat the fucking
the good foods,
the McDonald's, the fresh McDonald's that they just bought, you know.
Yeah.
The pizza.
Imagine and they just taunt you. Imagine
to be able to just not say I'm not gonna eat it. That's another level of mental toughness.
Man, they just taunt you with a bomb ass slice of pizza, bro. Like you're just right there, like fuck, like get away from me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I kind of like it too, because it's like a mental challenge where like, fuck, like if I can do this, I feel like you're building yourself mentally.
Yeah, that's good, bro.
Yeah,
that's good.
I mean, it was fun, you know. I haven't fasted for that long in a long time, but I still kind of fast like half the day though.
Yeah. Well, soon I'm gonna get into. Well, I mentioned this. Soon I'm gonna get into like a lean bulk type. You know, I'm gonna try to aim for that good high protein. Yeah. See how it goes. Yeah. But you know, before we wrap this up, because I think it's time. You know, I haven't ate shit. I'm trying to go eat something. Yeah. You know, speaking of that, I'm hungry. Too. I haven't ate nothing all day, like I said. But you know, we're gonna wrap this thing up.
Yeah, boys.
You know, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode on our podcast. Once again, we appreciate you guys' love and support. Just leave any comments, any topics. I did get some questions and certain topics on what to speak, and I got one of the questions on if we're gonna have like a guest. You know, I know I mentioned this on the previous episode.
Yeah, I feel
we're still you know. It's no debate. It's just a little bit of thought on who we plan on having. Yeah,
it's because the thing we want to do is we kind of want to have a guest that we know is gonna have like just like have something to add, like that'll make it interesting, you know.
Yeah.
Because to just have like any guest like just like a random person just have a third person, I don't think it makes sense. I feel like it has to be someone that 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 will have something interesting to say or something.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, and it could be a girl or a guy.
Yeah,
It could be anybody.
It could be anything.
It could be anybody, and I have someone in mind,
Yeah.
but that's a secret, obviously. But once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Follow our social media page on IG at Vibing Out Podcast, even on our TikTok.
We're always posting the little clips on there, so
Yeah,
just
feel free to repost too, like and comment,
Yeah.
whatever. It's fine. Hate or appreciate.
Yeah.
We're still gonna love you. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Who cares?
I know.
We respect it.
We don't give a fuck.